The Charlotte Hornets certainly don't have an encouraging track record with their top 10 draft picks. Since drafting Kemba Walker 9th overall in 2011, the franchise's clear best draft pick ever. Then the team went on to select Michael Kidd-Gilchrist in 2012, then Cody Zeller in 2013, Noah Vonleh in 2014, and then Frank Kaminsky in 2015. Not inspiring company especially for Lamelo Ball, the third overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, to join. Will Ball be able to help to turn the Hornets franchise around? And how does he fit amongst the players currently rostered by the team? Today we will get into why Lamelo Ball fits into the Hornets roster. Guys, if you have been checking out all the videos from before, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We're going to be dropping more video content, especially on how the draft pick fit into these team system and how they will play in these teams fit system for sure. And also, guys, make sure to check out the previous videos from before. Make sure to check out the James Wiseman and Anthony Edwards videos as they are coming. Impacts and circles. I'm going to do all the way up to pick number 10, and then we're going to be getting on to our review or preview for each team in the season. I'm probably going to do about like 5 teams, and then go on through NBA news from there on out. So guys, let's get into the video. So this is going to be the number one reason why Lamelo Ball is going to fit onto the Hornets, and that is pushing the pace and being a guy that can lead the transition. Now, Lamelo Ball pushing the ball aggressively has any player in the NBL, which is the league that he basically played in during his time, or you could say his college time, to basically be eligible for draft. Ball scored a prolific in transition, averaging 0.935 points per transition possession, which is 23rd percentile in that league. His explosiveness has improved some over time. Again, he was ranked number 1 in the NBL in transition scoring as well, nearing almost 5 points per game, and an actual total of 4.8 points per game. Now, Ball was always electric in the full court and was always able to thread the needle with passes and finding trailing teammates or finding trailing shooters as they are sprinting down the lane or sprinting to the wing. Now, if say Miles Bridges running the break while Ball goes coast to coast with Washington, or PJ Washington for short, or Devontae Graham spacing the court, the Hornets will have a very dangerous full court team. This past regular season, the Hornets ranked last in the league in pace, something that Ball will change from day one as soon as he steps on the floor with the Hornets. Now, the number 2 reason for Lamelo Ball getting into a possible fit with the Charlotte Hornets is his rebounding. Now, even though Lamelo Ball is a point guard or is playing the point guard position, he is still 6'7", and he can help out with the Hornets by rebounding. Hornets did not fully address the problem of getting a franchise big or getting a solid one at that to help them with their 26th ranked rebounding numbers from last season. However, Ball can help out a little bit by rebounding and pushing off the break. Displaying good anticipation as a rebounder and providing pesky spurts, looking to find opportunity to push the pace, Ball will make some home run plays, but is still learning how to steadily be solid. Ball averaged 7.5 rebounds per game in his NBL stint. This should take some pressure off the bigs, who is now rather undersized. They didn't really improve much in the bigs. They re-signed Bismack Biyombo. They still have Cody Zeller, and they're most likely are going to play a lot of spots to where PJ Washington is still at center. During this case, and not to mention Vernon Carey is still a part of the team, just signing on, basically being a rookie, 4 years, getting into the Charlotte Hornets. Maybe they use him, but in the meantime, they're most likely going to use PJ Washington at that center spot. Regardless or not, this should take some pressure off the bigs to rebound now with a guard who isn't afraid to help collect the boards and also put his body on the line to secure a possession. The third and the most biggest thing that Lamelo Ball can help out with the Hornets is just total offense in general. Now, I'm going to give you a series of stat lines that I must say is very disappointing, but do not fret, Hornets fans. This is a big reason why you got Lamelo Ball. Now, Hornets ranked last in points per game as a team last season, in total points per game, by the way. Ranked last in field goal percentage, ranked 19th in 3-point shooting percentage, ranked bottom 5 in free throw attempts, and ranked 24th in free throw percentage. Now, to make things even a little bit worse as it is, let's go through the play types of percentages that they do. Ranked either top 20, bottom 5, or ranked last in either isolation, pick and roll man, cuts, off-ball screens, transition, and down 4. This team really needs help, and again, as far as offense or talent-wise, they really need it. Obviously, one player cannot fix the organizational play, but he can help out the team to improve in almost all categories on the offensive end. He shot extremely inefficient, but that's more due to his shot selection than actual shot making capabilities. Despite playing against many NBA level defenders in his time in NBL, Ball was still able to score in the professional setting, scoring 17 points per game. It was an inefficient 17 points per game, 37.5% in the field goal percentage, and 25% from the three. But with a more complex system under James Burrego and with more deeper team around Ball, that will hopefully allow Ball to contextualize his shot taken and jack up a fewer shots. Playing with the ball in his hand constantly since last season, Ball was granted significant freedom in his offensive role. Adept at changing speeds and using footwork to find angles, Ball has some ups and downs looking down or looking towards his offense, but left room for optimism for his read tool shooting and mechanics and deft touch that he puts on his floaters. Now, Ball was ranked 3rd in the NBL in isolation, scoring 2.8 points per game, which will help out with the Hornets. As well, he passed the ball out in the two-man game. Ball also scored well in the pick and roll in the NBL. Ball solidified himself as a 3-level scorer last season, showing a knack for probing defenses, handling different coverages as he scored in the 0.884 points per pick and roll possession, which was 71% in percentile. With half his shots coming off of floaters and finishing opportunities around the half court, he has room to be stronger with his ball inside, but his shifty changing speed and deft touch to score over opposing big men. He also ranked 9th in the NBL in pick and roll scoring with 5.5 points per game. Let's add on to this. Ball shows signs of progress in the perimeter. Even if his mechanics are still evolving, through he played mostly on the ball, his development as a jump shooter was more apparent in his spot-up situations, as he scored 1.138 points per catch and shoot, jump shots in the half court, which is 69 percentile. Ball also scored 0.721 points per dribble jump shot in the half court, which is 34 percentile, but is less reliant on his ability to take and make deep jumpers to score in the ball. Even after his growth spurt. Even so, his ability to draw more defensive attention with the threat with his jumper could make him even more difficult to slow down on the offensive end. Now, Ball is a good 3-level scorer, especially he just got to fix his shot selection, and that's mostly what the Hornets is going to try to do. Now, the best thing about the Hornets stat line, if anything, is the simple fact that the Hornets did make the most passes or make the most total passes, or was in the top 10 in most total passes around the NBA. And they both basically share the ball as much as possible. They just could not get a lot of good opportunities due to the fact it wasn't much talent to basically score off of besides from Graham and Rozier. Now, hopefully Ball can fix in all these categories. Obviously, he's not going to make them go up tremendously high in this category, since he is not has chosen one like LeBron or anything like that. But we could see that person or that player turn the system around just a little bit, if not by a incredible bunch, up to the mid area, to make the NBA believe the Hornets are a really good offensive team, at least for the time being. Now, he's going to bring a lot of excitement and a lot of fans there, so hopefully he can turn some heads. Now, the last thing that I want to touch on for Lamelo Ball is the 3-guard system. Now, you might be wondering, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people was wondering when they drafted Lamelo Ball, how is he going to fit with Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham, and himself? So here's one thing I can say is Coach Burrego is going to be mixing in the 3rd point guard, or Lamelo Ball, amongst Rozier and Graham. Hear what he has to say about the 3-guard situation. Burrow says, "I like the fit. There are 2 playmakers," referring to Graham, by the way. "I like him as well with Terry Rozier. We're going to play all 3 together. I don't know how much, but those 3 will play together. Just like how we used Devontae off of the ball last season, we're going to use Terry off the ball as well. This is going to be a very positionless style of play as we head into next season. We're working on it right now as we speak." We also have a video on what Mitch Kupchak has to say, so let's check that out.
I don't think it'll be a problem. First of all, Lamelo, is not going to be given minutes, because he was drafted number 3. There are going to be expectations, and I think the kid's going to work hard, and I think he'll earn some minutes. But whatever he gets, he'll have to earn. And Devontae and Terry, I'm sure will welcome him as a teammate, but they want to play, and they're going to compete. So whatever he gets, he will earn. Looking at today's game, there's a strong argument that the way we played this game 30 years ago is not the way we play this game today. And you could literally have, 3 ball handling guards, and Lamelo at 6'6", you could look at him as a point wing, perhaps. Who knows how it's going to play out. So, once again, I don't think there'll be any problem. You might look at that. You might look out on the court next year and see 5 players, under 6'7" on the court at the same time.
And as you can see there from Mitch Kupchak, he's really excited and really wants LaMelo Ball to get going, especially with the 3-guard system. Now, there's a blueprint to having a success with the 3 traditional ball dominant guards on the court. We can take, for example, last season with OKC lineup that was featuring Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder, and also Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which had the best net rating out of any 5-man lineup with at least 100 minutes played. There are some similarities between those 3 guards and those 3 Hornets that we'll have in the next season. Now, Chris Paul anchored the offense with his adeptness in the pick and roll, which Ball has, but only to a lesser degree. And let's be honest, he's a rookie right now. He is still much to learn in the NBA game. Graham and Rozier has the ability to play off ball, which Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dennis Schroeder excelled at. The biggest difference is that the OKC lineup, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are saying right now in their heads, especially Hornets fans that's watching this video right now, is that they could defend, while the Hornets guards cannot really defend in tight hurdles. When the OKC 3 guards shared the court, the Thunder had a defensive net rating of 98.6 in the 401 minutes they spent together. Again, it's going to be a hurdle to see if the Hornets overcome this, but one that can be unlocked in their offense into the team for the future. So there's an opportunity and a chance that the Hornets offense can get the ground going, especially with the 3 guards that's out there. LaMelo Ball being the guy that can basically work off the pick and roll. Graham and Rozier, the guys that can work off ball, or you can even intertwine them and hopefully Ball can become an off-ball threat. I still believe LaMelo Ball should be able to basically run the pick and roll and basically be the primary ball handler in this situation. However, I do see Graham still remaining some type of ball dominant in this offensive system due to the simple fact that he was the most productive out of the 2, which is Graham and Rozier. So hopefully we'll see LaMelo Ball get more touches and basically lead the offense and in certain situation with James Burrow. So just to put an overview on this video and everything that is going on right now as far as LaMelo Ball, the Hornets selected a guy who is guaranteed to make a buzz around the league or even the world. You see what I did there with the buzz? You see, and a player who can be a generational playmaker and a possible all-star for a franchise that hasn't been in the spotlight since the early 90s. Now, we all know the Hornets made it to the playoffs around the 2000s or around 2010. But regardless or not, they haven't made much success getting deeper into the playoffs or just making it into the playoffs in general. With this year around, it's some bright hope going in, since this the last star to basically be on the team was Kemba Walker. So we'll see now if LaMelo Ball could potentially live up to that standard and become even more of a generational player in terms of helping his team win games. Now, guys, this is going to be it for the video. This is Vonders. I'm going to be out. Thank you guys for tuning in. As I said, we have a lot more things coming on the way. We have more draft picks coming up. The next one I'm going to be doing is on Patrick Williams. If you guys want to get a head start on what I think about Patrick Williams or the scouting report, please tune into the Patrick Williams scouting report video. And not only that, check into our last 2 videos as well with the draft picks of Anthony Edwards and Wiseman. How do they fit on their team and how they're going to be used in the system. We also have a lot of things going on our Twitter. Make sure to follow my Twitter on @Tavon56. Make sure to follow my Instagram @VonTheJournalist, and make sure to follow thy Twitch on VonTheGamer1 on Twitch. Make sure to do that. I'm going to be getting the next gen console just in a few days, so I can't wait to start streaming some 2K games. And also, we have more videos coming up as far as the NBA goes, so make sure to check that out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Von Journalist. Peace.